Over the course of this semester, we have examined who might have shot Thomas O'Connor that day on Gay Street in 1882. There are so many possible killers and so many factors to examine that it makes the task quite difficult. We narrowed the possible killers down to Joseph A. Mabry Jr. and Samuel House during our classes. Samuel House was located inside of the Mechanics Bank and Trust building behind Thomas O'Connor that morning. He was working inside of the bank. Samuel House was actually the brother-in-law of Thomas O'Connor. House became a possible suspect in our investigation because he would stand to inherit a fortune with his wife if Thomas O'Connor were to die. So House had good motive to kill O'Connor. During the chaos of O'Connor shooting Mabry, Samuel House could have pulled out his pistol and shot O'Connor from behind without many people noticing what had happened. This theory seems plausible, but the evidence more strongly points towards Joseph A. Mabry Jr. shooting O'Connor. When Joseph A. Mabry Jr. heard the shotgun going off, he ran out of his law office and towards where the shooting was occurring. He supposedly ran within 30 feet of O'Connor, stopped, and pulled out his English Bulldog snub-nosed pistol to shoot O'Connor. O'Connor was turned to the left, with his shotgun aimed, trying to shoot General Mabry's friend, who had scurried into the bank down the street. Since O'Connor did not see Mabry Jr., he was shot through the right breast and the bullet lodged in his heart. It is a known fact that O'Connor's wound was in his right breast, so the evidence shows that Mabry Jr. was the gunman who killed him. If the scene was set up in a triangular shape, Mabry Jr. could be the only killer. O'Connor was at the top point of the triangular scene, with General Mabry's friend and Mabry Jr. at the other two bottom points. Since O'Connor was turned to the left and had the shotgun drawn up to his eye, looking for the movement of General Mabry's friend, his right breast became exposed in Mabry Jr.'s direction. There is no way that Samuel House could have fired a shot that entered O'Connor's right breast, since he was behind O'Connor in the bank. If House had shot O'Connor, the bullet would have entered into O'Connor's back instead of his right breast. It seems clear as day to me that Mabry Jr. is the shooter. Some people might say that there is no way Mabry could have actually hit his target with a snub-nosed pistol right after running several hundred feet and stopping abruptly with his heartbeat racing. But there are no other options or ways a bullet could have entered O'Connor's right breast. Mabry was the only one with a gun drawn from that direction, and I believe he just got very lucky and hit O'Connor with the bullet. A shot from 30 feet away is difficult, but it is not impossible. Since O'Connor's right side of his body was facing Mabry Jr., his shotgun was drawn up to his eye, leaving an open right breast, and Mabry Jr. was on his right side. The evidence all points towards Mabry. Samuel House would have had to have stepped out of the window of the bank and run into the street to get that shot angle on O'Connor. The bank most likely had bars on the windows, which would prevent House from doing that, and the only exit out of the bank is the front door. Also, when someone hears gunshots outside of the building they are in, that person is not going to run towards the gunfire. They would probably seek cover inside. There is no way Samuel House could have thought that quickly on his feet to see the advantages of killing O'Connor. Getting up from his desk, running towards the action through the front door, continuing running out into the street, and turning to shoot O'Connor. Someone would have had to have seen O'Connor doing that. All the evidence connects to Mabry Jr. as the shooter. There are too many disconnects in the case for House to be named the shooter. It is also known that O'Connor did not shoot Mabry Jr. right after Mabry Jr. shot, and this correlates to the evidence that Mabry Jr. is O'Connor's shooter. The impact and energy from Mabry Jr.'s bullet hitting O'Connor in the right breast helped swing O'Connor's body back to the right and allowed O'Connor to more quickly shoot Mabry Jr. without Mabry's bullet hitting O'Connor. He could probably have not turned to his right fast enough to kill Mabry Jr. If Sam House had shot O'Connor, it could have only hit him in the back, and that would have just caused him to slump forward instead of swinging to the right to shoot Mabry before he died. All the pieces of evidence and my theorizing clearly point to Joseph A. Mabry Jr. being the killer of Thomas O'Connor in Gay